Hi, I'm Derek Haney, and I'm about to show you exactly how I got to #1 on Google for a keyword term in my niche industry. Now, this industry, people are paying between $16 and $30 a click just to get to place ads on AdWords for this spot. So getting to #1 was really exciting for me, and I really wasn't expecting it at all. But with a domain with pretty much no authority whatsoever, I used this really simple strategy to get my blog post to #1, and I know that this is replicable and it's easy to do even with very little experience, SEO experience. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the computer and show you exactly how you can replicate what I did. Here we go. Okay, so here's the keyword, Digital Marketing Agency San Diego. Now I guess it also helps to, in order to kind of prove it out, we can take a look at it in an incognito tab so that there's no bias as to who I am. So we can see these guys going for #1 here, Kuker and Rev Local and Bop Design. These guys all want to be position 1, and there's a map here. So to locate the businesses there, but no one can place anything higher than that. And so here's my blog post called Top 10 Digital Marketing Agencies in San Diego. It also ranks really well for a lot of other terms, including if we take off San Diego, it'll still location based and knows our IP address. It still gets us on the first page, and there might be ways to possibly even get that up higher in the future. But what I want to take a look at here, where I'm #1, and this is really important as to the success of getting to #1. See, this is a blog post. This is a website. These are all websites. This is a blog post. This is a website, and this is a blog post, website. So these are all people's actual domains. So if we even hop into Digital Operative, these are guys that are actually on my list, and they're really good. They're a good company. Let's hop into that. Take a look at using our Moz bar here. This is a little cool trick that'll show us like kind of the value of our domain. So if we take a look at the Moz bar, we'll see that Digital Operative has a domain authority of 39. Ours is not 0. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let's click on the link and I'll show you the post really fast. And hopefully the Moz score will come up. Our domain authority is like 17 or 18. So I was able to, at 17 or 18, outrank these guys by just writing a great blog post. So I said top 10 digital marketing agencies. Now I didn't stuff San Diego into here. I put it into the subhead. This is my subhead. In San Diego, based on their ability to drink their own Kool-Aid and market themselves online. Actually, this should probably be removed from the H2 headline there. So this is my headline. This is my URL slug. These are all things that are really important as to getting the ranking that I wanted. The fact that I'm based in San Diego and I have in San Diego here, plus I talk about San Diego a lot in the article, is very, very important for getting that ranking there. You can see this article got a fair bit of shares compared to like other articles and stuff, and we'll get to how I got those shares in a minute. But as you scroll through the article, first I did some updates that are crucial, but to 2016, I gave some fair information and I made my rating system. Then I went ahead and actually did research on all of the competitors in this industry, talked about the factors in which I'd want to rank them on, and then I ranked them from 10 to 1. So I gave the top 10 people, and with my score on who I would want if I was looking for a digital marketing agency, based on how well they're proving out their own website, their own content, and their own social, their own domain authority, which again is a Moz, which we use through Moz. They have their own little ranking system to figure out kind of who's important and who's not online. So as we go through the article, you can see all of these people are some of the best agencies in San Diego. These guys have a domain authority of 62. I'm linking directly to them. This is all very important, and we'll get to that in a second. But we ended up having a winner and talked about them for a little bit. Did some overall takeaways and some closing thoughts. You can see this is a very lengthy blog post, right? This is thousands of words, probably 5,000 words or 3,000, at least 3,000 words, maybe even a lot more. And so I took my time with it. I vetted people, and that's important when you when you find that keyword that you're looking for, to take your time and post on it. So let's see if we can maybe dive into analytics a little bit. So here we are on this page. It's getting just a couple hundred page views a month, and that's also kind of crucial to how I was able to rank for it. But I think the important factors to look at is that I was able to get people to stay on the page for almost 3 minutes. And the bounce rate is actually kind of, it's kind of standard, about standard for the industry, but it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and pull this back till, I believe, the beginning of this article. And you can see here, when we launched the article, we had a big spike in page views. So this is the day we launched, and then the day after, and it just trickled off, and that's what happens. But this spike here is actually important because it gets the shares and goes a little bit viral for a second, and that is one of many indicators to Google that it might be worth listing at the top of the rankings. And then you can see it actually didn't rank for a little while, and the entire site gained a little bit of authority, and then all of a sudden it started jumping to #1, and you can see that now we've got a little bit of traction. And again, I'm not bragging about anything here because, I mean, look at it, 8 page views a day. It's not like I broke the internet or anything, but this is a expensive keyword, and we're getting a lot of money. So if we look, we're getting the equivalent of a lot of money in searches going on every single day for free because of the post we made. Lifetime, we've gotten only 700 hits, but good time on page. Social is also really large, and that's because other people shared it because they were the agencies. So the key, I think, takeaways to this article, first of all, I talked about my industry, right? And I gave people real advice in my industry, and I did it as fair as I could to everybody in there. And I found the people that I considered the best also happen to be on the first, second, and maybe even third page of Google. That's kind of handy as well. And so if you're making your own article, I would say for your own top 10 or something like that, look for the first, second, and maybe third page of Google for who you're going to write about. And then link out to those people. All of these guys have their own Twitter accounts. So after you've created the page, and this is the most important part, you need to hit them up on Twitter. You need to hit them up on Facebook. You can post to their Facebook business pages. You can send multiple tweets to them at a time. And then there's one additional thing that I did that was pretty cool, and I'm going to show it to you right now. And this is really the hack of them all. All right, so this is the hack of it all that really got me to #1. I, in Facebook, created an ad campaign. Now, if you're not familiar with Facebook, I definitely don't recommend spending a lot of money running ads when you're completely not familiar. But this might be one that you could spend just $20 or $30 on and kind of try and hack it together yourself. So I made a very simple ad that says new blog post. We did a detailed analysis of the top 50 digital marketing agencies in San Diego according to Google search results to discover the 10 best digital marketing agencies that have a location, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what the rest of it is, but here, let's find out actually, just for fun. San Diego, did your agency make the cut? How we rated each company. So we have did your agency make the cut there. So we're actually kind of calling them out, which is a little bit maybe even risky as far as you're not supposed to kind of call people out when running Facebook ads. And so here's what we did with the campaign. We said employers and then all companies that we had put in our top 10. So anybody that says they're an employee of this at any age within 25 miles of San Diego is going to get hit with an ad showing them that their agency made the top 10, right? So anybody that clicked through on mobile and desktop would be served this ad. And what are they going to do if their agency makes the top 10? They're going to share it. They're going to post it to their own page. They're going to link back to it. People want to be in the top 10. So even though I have no authority myself and I'm just saying I'm calling them my top 10 and who am I to say that? it went really viral in that sense, in that they wanted to all link back to it. And that's the crucial thing about kind of aggregating a list of like a top 10 or something like that. You need to get the attention of the people in the top 10. And the more people in that top 10, you know, so if they're top 10 companies, try and get everybody's attention in the industry from the top to the bottom. I'm sure that, and I know that a lot of these people from these companies remember the article still to this day, and they talk about it. It's in their content recyclers. They post about it a bit. It's a permanent backlink for these guys. And because I'm backlinked by all of them, and because all of the other guys, it's actually just their homepage and not a piece of content, and Google now favors content over domains, and I have great time on page, 3 minute almost with my engagement levels, it's going to rise it up to number 1. So you see, I was able to get, it's not a trick, but I kind of did trick them. I tricked the top 10 agencies into backlinking to my site, even though I was very new, and that allowed me to capture the first position, because my piece of content outweights with time on page all of the other guys. And I have a good title tag, which does have San Diego in the title tag, even though it does not have it here. And I do have a good meta description for it that has San Diego, digital marketing agencies, and top 10 is or best or stuff like that. Let's even see. Agency in San Diego. See how it ranks out here. So it's number 1. Oh, and look what happened. We got rid of the map, which is great. So you can see the page authority is still 1, domain authority is 17, so finally it's showing it to us. My page authority is 1, and these guys have, here's some more blog posts. Their page authority is higher, their domain authority is higher, and they have way more links. So I have 58 links. They have 2,200 links, 11,000 links. How did I get there? I just hustled and I wrote a great article. Okay, so that was exactly how I got to number 1 for the keyword phrase, digital marketing agency San Diego. And I know that you can definitely repeat that strategy, but if you're a little confused about what I talked about, or still need to know a little bit more about the basics of SEO, I am creating a really simple, cheap course that will give you all of the structure you need for the basics on SEO in under an hour. It's going to cost you $10, and all you have to do is click the link somewhere around here to get to the page. I promise that it'll be just like this, more in-depth strategies and analysis on on-site SEO, on social sharing, on analyzing keywords in the right way, and really just getting up to speed to understanding how Google works and how you can work on your site with Google, and why that's so important, and how that can get people to find you and your business, and then get you the business that you want. So click on that link somewhere around here, and I'll see you guys over there.